Are you ready? We're going. Welcome back, folks. Dover, Oklahoma. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs taking on the Paden Pirates here in the opening round of the regional tournament. Winners bracket side. Thanks for joining us, folks. Paden Pirates come into this game. Record of 14 wins, 10 losses. And the Paden Pirates will be visitors on the scoreboard. They start a junior number 3, Dakari Lee. A senior number 5, Elaine Edwards. A sophomore number 14, Travian Tolles. A junior number 23, Garrett Moore. And a sophomore, Marcade Tharps. The Pirates are coached by Mr. Curtis Lee, assisted by Jack Lee and Dwayne Davis. They defeated Oaks Missions 57-52 in their district final game last week. Starting for the Mustangs, a junior number 2, Jackson Willits. A sophomore number 3, Cray Rogers. A junior number 4, Simeon Collins. A junior number 22, Blake Nunn. And a junior number 33, Ian Taylor. The Mustangs start 4 juniors and a sophomore. They're coached by legendary coach Scott Hines, assisted by Dale Bellamy. They come into the game with a record of 20 wins and 5 losses, ranked number 8 in Class B. They come in on a 5-game winning streak, and they defeated Dover last Saturday night in the district final, 77-41. If you're wondering where Paden is located at, they're 5 miles west of Boley. I think some of you Fort Cobb people remember Boley from back in the day. Actually, 26 miles south of Stroud is where Paden is located. About set to go. Tharps jumping against Taylor. Mustangs in their home white uniforms going left to right as we start the contest. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. A little discussion now as the official walks in to tell one of the Pirates can't step on Jackson's foot. I guess, I don't know. That's good advice. Glad for that. Now we're maybe set to go. And the ball in the air. Tapped and controlled by the Mustangs. Cray Rogers into the front court for the Mustangs to open up the ball game. Taylor with it. Double teamed out front. And it's taken away by Travion Tolles. Layup is good. Travion Tolles starts the game off great for Paden. Now pressure in the backcourt as they take the ball away and scored on the other end. There's Rogers, right wing 3 on the way. Good. Ray Rogers with a long 3 with a quick answer, and the Mustangs on top 3-2.
Don here, I know there's going to be a lot of people out there wondering why the camera's messing up. I promise I'm working on it.
All right.
I'll get it fixed as quick as I can.
All right. Doing a good job, Blake. We'll try to keep you informed here. Blake Nunn intercepted the pass, and he was fouled by Marcade Tharps, which saved a layup because the Mustangs were fixing to go down for an easy 2. First foul of the game. Paden plays a aggressive defense, kind of in a trap. 1-2-2 out front, 1-3-1, kind of like Fort Cobb plays sometimes. Rogers, baseline tray. Willits there for the rebound. And wiggles around, can't get the shot in. Nunn battling for it. Loose along the baseline, and they say it went off of Paden. And Rogers will inbound for the Mustangs. Working on the camera. Don't panic too much. Blake's working on it. Rogers with it. Kicks it in the corner to Taylor. Baseline tray on the way. High arcing shot off the heel of the basket. And Paden comes away with the rebound. Into the front court. Comes Dakari Lee out top of the key. They go to Edwards. Dribble along the left side. Gets by Rogers. Shot right in front of the basket. It's good. Lane Edwards puts the Pirates back on top. 4-3. Long pass up ahead to Willits. And underneath the basket to Taylor. And there's going to be a jump ball as he went up for the shot. And it will be turned over to Paden on the alternating possession. 6:22 opening period. Paden on top 4-3. Taylor got his hand on the pass, couldn't track it down. There's a bounce pass in the paint. Nunn takes it away. Another turnover. Pressure in the backcourt. Rogers splits the defenders up to Nunn. Cross-court pass to Collins. The baseline Willits. 14-footer good. Jackson with his first basket. And we're going to have a quick timeout taken by the Pirates as the Mustangs lead it 5-4. We'll just keep it right here as Blake is working feverishly to try to get the camera in operation. We've had to tell you what's kind of happened today. We're here in Dover's gym, and we were operating Dover's equipment for their ball games today. We did Fort Cobb girls earlier today. They had a big victory today as they defeated Oaks Lady Warriors 57-32, and so we've kind of been going back and forth from the Longhorn Network to the Mustang Network, and right now we're trying to get hooked up. We couldn't do them both at the same time, and so we had to wait till Dover disconnected so we could hook up the Longhorn Network, and it takes, for the Mustang Network, takes a little time, and I believe we got it going now. Great job, Blake.
We'll see how long it lasts at least.
We hope the signal stays strong here. I hope people in Dover didn't turn off the signal after their game was over, right? They've been really good to us here. A lot of hospitality. Pass in the corner. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Taylor gets the ball off the deck. Pass up ahead quickly to Collins, right wing. Left-handed three-pointer, no good. Taylor high for the tip-up, but it won't go, and it's taken by Tolles quickly down the other way. And we're going to have a turnover as Tolles was a little out of control there, and they're calling for traveling. Mustangs on top, 5-4. Full court pressure in the backcourt. Quickly over to Rogers, right side. Bumped at the rim, layup good. Trey Rogers with a lot of contact. That's 5 for Curry, and it's a 3-point lead for Fort Cobb. Nunn jumps in front of a pass, but came down with it out of bounds. It'll stay with Paden. Out front is Tolles with it. Left side they go. Garrett Moore out front now to Marcade Tharps. Ball taken away by Taylor. All the way down, a layup is no good. He was kind of worried about the defender, was looking back over his shoulder, took his eye off the rim and shot it too hard. Now to Kari Lee in the paint, and they're going to call a foul. Yeah, they're going to confer now, a couple of officials. And the foul is going to be on 33, Ian Taylor. And that will be Ian's first personal. First team foul on the Mustangs. Out front is Travion Tolles. Between the legs dribble, going against Collins. That looked like a travel. Shot under the basket's no good. Battle for the rebound. Nunn can't get it. Tracked down by Tharp. Three-pointer by Edwards is no good. And pretty good box out there by Collins, and he's going to be fouled as he goes up the floor by Travion Tolles. And that'll be his first personal. Second team foul on Paden. A lot of good athletes on the floor today. Pressure, 1-2-2 zone. They get the ball to Rogers, free. Little 4-foot gooder won't go, but Devon is there. Blake Nunn, I should say, back to clean it up on the backside for his first basket. And the Mustangs lead it 9-4 halfway through the first period. Right side they go. Free throw line area. That's Kari Lee, left side to Tolles. Out front to Edwards. Action's kind of slowed here a little bit. Drive along the baseline. Nunn blocked the shot, and it goes right to Tharp, and we're going to have another jump ball, and it'll go over to Fort Cobb on the alternating possession. Good defensive work there without fouling, Fort Cobb. So far, the Mustangs have defeated this press really easily. Then I say that, and they throw it away. So, but they say it was tipped by Paden, so we got a break there.
The announcer's jinx doesn't happen that time again.
Now they're going to confer. I don't know, these officials way over here are going to talk about whether anyone touched it or not, but the official right there by it made the call. So
right.
I don't know why they would be.
I believe that official over
that.
there is saying it was over here. It's my call.
Oh. Yeah, they're gonna leave it the way it was, and it'll stay with Fort Cobb.
It's good official work.
Might as well get it right. That's what we're here for. Rogers kicks it left side to Collins. Over to Taylor now. In the paint, and it's too high, and it goes off of the hands. Rogers out of bounds.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Got another tip.
Well, that's 2 in a row. They got the quickest hands in the West, I'll tell you. Well, we'll keep it.
Well, I guess if they're south of Stroud, it might be east.
That's true.
You're talking Oklahoma.
Yeah, good point there. Good point, Blake. Collins with it. Wow, they're all over him. Gets it to Rogers. Kicks it to Taylor.
Pass.
Layup good. Boy, when you overplay them like that, you're going to get some easy baskets, and the Mustangs up by 7, 11-4.
You know it takes a good guard to make that read, be able to see that.
3-pointer no good by Tolles. Mustangs come away with it. That's Rogers. His pass is intercepted. And Taylor pokes it away from behind. Up ahead to Willits underneath the basket. Jump stop, and no good. Rolled off the rim, and it's going to be a travel as the young man fell to the floor when he got the rebound. I tell you what, you got to be tough when you're shooting one under the goal. There's a lot of action down there.
A lot of athleticism on the court.
Yeah.
I know you said it earlier.
Rogers leaves it to Willits, and he's going to be hammered and fouled. Missed the shot. Lane Edwards did everything he could to keep him from making it. And that's the 3rd team foul on Paden. First on Edwards. And Jackson will be shooting 2. Got 2 points so far. And the first one's good. 4 players, 4 Mustangs have scored so far. Willits with 3, Rogers with 5, and Nunn and Taylor with 2 apiece. Willits will have 1 more. And he canned it. 13-4, 9-point lead for the Mustangs. No look pass in the corner. There's a drive by Bakari Lee, taken away by Taylor. Up ahead to Willits in heavy traffic. Ball blocked by Tolles. Now they intercept the pass. Here comes Tolles racing the other end, and Collins tried to keep him from scoring. He reached in to foul him and made the basket anyway. Collins with the foul. It's his first. Well, let's say they get. I thought the foul was on
why they
Collins
give that
there.
to Nunn.
They say Nunn. They're charging Nunn with the foul, but it looked like Collins was the one that grabbed him.
I think they need to redo that. I don't know.
At the line will be Travian Tolles with a 3-point play attempt here.
Wonder why Coach Hines isn't arguing.
I don't know. Free throw no good. Mustangs control the rebound. Rogers quickly along the baseline. Good ball handler, O'Cray. Cross court to Collins. Baseline Trey on the way, off the heel of the basket. Willits taps it to Rogers out near the center line, right down the middle of the lane layup. Good. Trey Rogers, it looked like it was going to fall off the front of the rim, hung there precariously for a second or two, and it fell in.
There was a ghost up there that blew that one.
I think the world turned right about that time. Fell in the basket. Mustangs back with that 9-point lead. Right side to go to Chavez, who checked in a moment ago, number 0. Now over to Marquade Tharps. And there's a pass. They thought Edwards was going to cut to the hoop and passed it to him, but he didn't do it. It went right to the Mustangs. Nunn. Pass along the baseline. Is intercepted by Tharps.
Had the right idea there.
Had an opening under the basket, but Tharps had a quick hand out there. There's a drive by Travion Tolles. Boy, he's a handful. He's quick. Lays it in for 2. Taylor has it poked away. Pass by Collins. There's Tolles back with it. Taylor's going to pick up the foul. That'll be 2 on Ian. Tell you what, they're pressuring the Mustangs. They're not letting up. You know, they're going to be a handful tonight. It looks like. 3rd team foul on Fort Cobb, and at the line is Travion Tolles, who has 6 points so far, and he missed the free throw. He's 0 for 2 at the line so far. Nathan Johnston checks in, replacing Garrett Moore for the Pirates with 1:09 to play, opening period. And the second free throw is good. 15-9. The 9-point lead's been trimmed to 6. Rogers pass up ahead to Taylor. Goes against Tharp. Shot blocked from behind by number 5, Lane Edwards, but they say they fouled him. Trail official got that one on Marquade Tharp, and that'll be his second personal. And Ian Taylor will be at the line for the first time tonight. Shooting 2. And he makes 16-9 now. And Taylor will have one more. Takari Lee and Moore set to check in. Both free throws good by Taylor. And Garrett Moore, Takari Lee, and number 25, Brandon Lee, a freshman, checks in for Paden. Got Tharp out of there with those 2 fouls with a minute to play here, opening period. Out front is Dakari Lee. Over to Edwards, driving against Rogers. Trying to force his way in, finally does. Shot no good. Rogers there with a nice rebound. Good quick jumper. Up ahead to Willits, left side. Pull up 14-footer, left of the lane, too hard. And Tolles with a rebound. Going against Rogers, fumble the ball out of bounds. And they say it'll be Fort Cobb's ball. I tell you, Rogers is a good defender, Blake. It's hard to make a shake and bake move on him and get away from him. I'm sure the Mustangs would love to score here in the last few seconds of the first quarter. Pass cross court to Rogers. Bounce pass to Devon. Layup good. Beautiful pass. Bounce pass from the half line from Rogers. Nunn. I said Devon. It's Blake Nunn. I'm sorry.
The numbers look close.
Yeah.
They look similar.
I don't know why I always say it. 10-point lead for the Mustangs. Aiden Lewis is in the ball game now for the Mustangs. First time he's been in today. Missed a lot of games with a sprained ankle. There's a drive. Shot over Lewis at the buzzer. No good. After one period of play, Fort Cobb Broxton 19, Paden Pirates 9. You're listening to Mustang Basketball Network.
Thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Dover. Blake, you have some numbers for the first period?
Yes, I do, Don. I completely forgot about that. I was still thinking about the camera, making sure it was right.
Yeah.
Mustangs in the first quarter went 7 for 18 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. They were perfect at the free throw line, 4 for 4. Paden, 4 for 11 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, and 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Pirates had 9 turnovers. Mustangs had 5 there in the first quarter. A little bit we said earlier in the girls' game earlier today, we'd give an update. Lomega defeated Coyle 75-32, so the Lady Mustangs will play Coyle tomorrow at 1:30.
Rogers rebounds a miss, up long pass up ahead to Willits. He tries to save it and can't do it. Good idea. Rogers went really high for that rebound, and he threw about a 70-foot pass to Willits, just a tad long, and it's turned back over to the Pirates. There's a drive in the paint. They kick it left side. Three-pointer on the way, no good, and we're going to have a foul on.
That's a tough one.
Was it after the shot? No, they're going to give him 3 free throws. Foul is on Lewis. I guess he tried to box him out or something, and at the line is going to be freshman Brandon Lee. 3 free throws coming up. And the first free throw is good. First point of the night for Brandon Lee, who just checked in a moment ago. One thing you don't want to do. You always say don't foul jump shooters, especially when
on a
they're
three.
three-pointer. Yeah, that's right. And that one rattled in. 2 for 2 so far, and you'll have one more.
And to that, a lot of times the ones taking the threes are the ones that can shoot free throws at a good percentage.
That's a very good point. 3 for 3. And it's back to a 7-point game, 19-12. Willits under heavy pressure. Lob pass up ahead to Rogers in the front court, 2-on-1. And one, and a foul. Great play there by Trey Rogers. He took the contact and knocked it in. Foul is going to be charged to Marcade Tharp, and I believe that's 3 on him.
And you could maybe argue
it's on
that.
23, I'm sorry.
You can maybe argue that as a charge, but he just didn't have amazing position. Now, if he'd have beat him to the spot half a second earlier, you could have really argued it. But on that one's pretty simple.
No way he had position on him there. Three-point play for Rogers. That gives him 10 on the night, and it's back to a 10-point lead. That's kind of what they teach you when you got the ball like that. They're even with you. They're beat. You just take it right to them, get the contact and the foul and the free throw. And Rogers is good at finishing the play. Ball poked away, picked up by Rogers. Quickly into the front court to Nunn. Tries to kick it out front. It's intercepted by Travion Toll. Rogers tried to reach in there and poke it away, and he'll pick up personal foul. Boy, you hate to see them foul.
That is. That's right.
Sometime later in the game, that might come back to haunt you.
Well, in a couple of the games, really the 2 games between Fort Cobb's games, a lot of fouls were called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to, I don't know what I think they're talking about the foul that was on Collins a while ago. It should have been on Collins, and they had it on Nunn, I think.
Well, while we have a little time, the other first-round district game, winner's bracket at least, over there at Coyle and Lomega. Lomega leads that one at half, 25-24. The winner will play the winner of that one. Loser plays the loser. So, something to keep in mind.
Yep.
Coyle, I believe, is ranked 19th or 18th, one of the two.
Uh-huh.
Lomega isn't ranked, but Lomega's still no slouch, so definitely something to remember for both of these teams.
Especially since we're going to Coyle to play.
That's right.
You'd think you'd want to play not the home team. A lot of bookkeeping errors here. I don't know, or not errors, but there's a lot of discussion, I should say. I think really the discussion was about a time earlier when the foul, I think, was on Collins, but they gave it to Nunn, but I'm not sure. It's Paden's basketball, I know that. And there's 7 minutes to go in the half. There's a three-pointer, right wing, off the backboard. Nunn there for the rebound. So far, it doesn't appear like Paden's that great of three-point shooters. Right side, Rogers lets the defender fly by. That one's off the glass, and they fouled him on the wrist. It almost went in off the glass. That would have been sweet.
Would have. Don't see a lot of 4-point plays.
Nope. Foul is on number 14, Travion Tolles, and that's his second personal. Wasn't a lot of contact there, but the official was standing right there. Now Rogers with a chance to shoot 3 free throws, and he drinks the first. He'll have 2 more. That one's a little hard. Checking in will be Daniel Chavez, replacing Brandon Lee for the Pirates. And Rogers had one more attempt here. Got that one to go. 12-point lead for the Mustangs. I believe that's the largest. If the Mustangs continue to play good defense and rebound here. Paden's pace has slowed down tremendously. Now here we go, picking up the pace. Running a weave out front. There's a three-pointer straight away. No good. High off the backboard. Bounded real high. Dakari Lee comes out of there with it. Kind of hard to time your jump when the ball.
That's right.
Carry him so high off the rim. Travion Tolles now. Over to Edwards. And the ball's out of bounds. Good play by Blake Nunn as he got in there and tipped it, and it went off of Paden's hands out of bounds. Chance for the Mustangs to really extend this lead here, Blake, with 6 minutes to go in the half. Collins left side, now over to Willits against this 1-2-2 zone. Really extended, and they got a hand on a pass and is intercepted by Paden on good defense. In the corner they go to Tolles. Gets around Willits along the baseline. Now in the corner, three-pointer by Chavez, no good. And Aiden Lewis jumps across there for the rebound. I think that's probably a pretty good strategy if we can keep making them shoot three-pointers. Willits, baseline tray, good. Jackson
Especially
Willits,
whenever we can shoot them like that.
deep in the corner. And we got a foul on the Pirates after the shot. A very emphatic call there. And Taylor will check in, replacing Nunn. And the Mustangs now up 15 with the ball, so.
Well, they get a 1-and-1.
Yeah, I believe you're right. That's 17 fouls. And who'd he foul? They foul Aiden Lewis. And Aiden Lewis now will be shooting 1-and-1. So that's 17 fouls on Paden. I didn't see it. I was watching the ball go through the net. And Lewis free throw's good. First point for Aiden. As I mentioned, Aiden missed several games. Right after Christmas, he sprained his ankle in the Hinton tournament, the first minute of the game, and a very severe sprain. And just been back a couple of games ago. Kind of tried to get ready for the playoffs. He makes both free throws, and it's a 17-point margin.
Don't see many 5-point plays, Don.
Now I'm glad it was for the Mustangs, aren't you?
I am too.
Edwards drives to his right. Rogers all over him. Got a finger on the shot, I think. Lewis gets the rebound under heavy pressure. Gets it to Collins. Out of the center line to Taylor. Cross-court pass to Rogers. Saves it in the corner to Willits. And
no.
I think that was a pretty good move, but
I don't know about that one, Don.
It was a quick step.
See, travel is 2 steps, but if you take 2 steps with the same foot, I don't think it counts.
Yeah. In the corner they go. Three-pointer on the way again. No good this time.
Almost
went
rattled in.
Hit the rim twice. Fell off. Rogers into the front court quickly, putting a lot of pressure on the defense. It's at Collins' right side. Around to Willits. Left wing three on the way. Good. Count it. Jackson Willits with 2 trays in a row. That's 10 for Jackson. And just like that, it's 32-12. They really.
This is kind of how it went last Saturday, is it not?
Yeah.
A little slow start
and then get heated
Mustangs
up.
really.
There's a three-pointer, no good. Taylor gets the rebound on the run, and he's going to be fouled at the center line. That's one of those, NBA would call that a clear path foul.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was on his way. I think he would have probably tried to bring that one down like he did the other night, try to dunk it. He got that one down pretty easy last Saturday night.
That one he had Saturday night was a little unexpected. Now, so I guess we expect it.
Yeah, I bet you his mind was on it, I think, because he had a full head of steam up. He's got 5 points so far, 3 for 3 at the line. And he'll have 1 more to go. Boy, the Mustangs have really shot it well from the free throw line.
Don, I don't know.
11 out of 12.
Now, he made that shot anyway. He made that free throw, but Cray Rogers down there fighting for the rebound, he gave a spin move to one of Paden's players and had the ball come off the right side, Cray would have had a rebound.
Oh, Cray, he's quick, isn't he?
It's impressive how some of those guys can get positioning so easy.
Yeah, they're always thinking ahead, you know, how I can beat this guy. Of course, Cray's a coach's son. You know what that means. Been in the gym all his life. Nathan Johnson checks in, replacing Travion Tolles, who picked up his 3rd personal. And Jackson Willits will be at the line shooting 1 in the bonus. Halfway through the 2nd period. And Willits' free throw is good. Jackson 3 for 3 at the line. And he'll have 1 more. Into the lineup for the Mustangs, number 23, Brody Devon. Both free throws good by Willits.
Dawn, the Mustangs are now 13 out of 14 from the free throw line.
That's a game-winning formula right there, you know it?
That's exactly right.
Baseline tray, no good. Goes across the rim. They tap it over to Willits. Down the right side quickly. What they got to be strong with the ball.
That's
Pass
right.
under to Taylor. He tried to get it to Lewis. Poked away. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Fort Cobb. Turned over to Paden.
You know, on the flip side of that, Paden's 0 for 10 from behind the arc.
Well,
Taylor
hope that continues.
failed some shooters, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what
Well,
you'd
you
call
never
that.
know. They might start making them eventually. Things could change in a hurry if they start dropping. And he stumbles and falls along the baseline. Good defense there by Brody Devon on Garrett Moore. And it's turned over to Fort Cobb. It was 19-9 after one period. And the Mustangs have stretched it out to a 22-point lead here with 3:22 to play in half. Rogers bounce
Good
pass
pass,
to Lewis,
good
lays it in
pass.
for two. Beautiful feed.
You know, that's also winning basketball.
Absolutely. They're one of the best, we mentioned this in the previous broadcast, one of the best passing teams Mustangs have had in a long time, I think. They all move the ball so well. Poked away briefly. Johnston gets it back. No look pass in the corner. Three-pointer again. Too long. Long rebound by Dakari Lee. And Edwards drives.
Oh.
Rogers blocked that one.
Man, that looked clean.
Well, anytime you bring that arm down, it's going to be a foul most generally. That'll be 2 on Cray. And 2 free throws coming for Lane Edwards. Got 2 points so far. Makes the first.
Yeah, a lot of times, you know, you block someone and the ball is just coming out of their hands, probably going to be a foul. But you get it, you know, half a second after it comes out of their hand, you clean block it, probably not going to be a foul.
Yep.
So there's about a split second there that you have. And sad as it is, a lot of clean blocks end up being fouled just because it's right as it comes out of the shooter's hand.
Sometimes they just call it automatically. There's a pass intercepted. Pass up ahead to Johnston. Left side to go. Down in the corner. That's Dakari Lee. Straight away, three-pointer. Good. There's Trevor Stamper who checked in. Maybe they found somebody that can make one. 1-3-1 now. Hate for them to get hot, that's for sure.
Well, they're going to need a lot more than to get hot.
Well,
looks
it's
like.
a lot of ball game left. Pressure in the front court. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Hines as they change their defense. Coach Hines wants to make a little adjustment on our offensive setup. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this short break.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon.
(38-19), our score, as Coach Hines took a timeout. Paden went to a 1-3-1. They've been playing a 1-2-2, and they went to a 1-3-1 on the timeout, and Coach Hines gives the calls timeout for an adjustment, and it looks like Paden may go back to the 1-2-2.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But that's okay. We know how to handle that. 2:04 to play. What the Mustangs don't want to happen here is for Rogers to pick up a third foul here before the half. In the corner to Nunn. Skip past to Willits, right wing. As Paden has picked up their intensity a little bit. Right side Willits. To Collins. Thought about a three. They close out on him. There's Taylor. Double teamed, and they intercept the pass. Turnover again. Garrett Moore out into the front court. Dribbles through the lane. They've got some firepower on defense. Pass to no one. And Taylor takes it 2-on-1 to Nunn. Layup is good. Blake Nunn with his 6-point. They know how to run the break, Blake, I'll tell you. 21-point lead now for the Mustangs. And right down the middle of the lane. Well, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
Dakari Lee just went right through the paint, and Coach Hines is not happy about that. As he takes the timeout, he is madder than a hornet at somebody. It'll be let's keep it right here, 30-second timeout. What do you think what happened there, Blake?
No idea. I'll keep it short and sweet for you. I have no idea.
Somebody lost their man, and Coach Hines is not real happy about it. Anytime, Fort Cobb's built a solid reputation for the last 20-odd years by playing top-notch defense, and you hardly ever see somebody dribble right down the middle of the lane uncontested for a layup.
A lot of times, Fort Cobb's used to either beating you in transition and pressing basically all game, creating turnovers that way, or getting you in the half court and just tiring you out. And every once in a while, the team will just go, catch you off guard a little bit, something about like that.
Yeah.
So that's about the only thing I could attribute that to.
Nobody's perfect. That's what I'd say, right?
That's right. Even the four-peat team lost a few games.
Willits, Collins, right wing three on the way. Left-hander shot's no good. Willits battling for the rebound. He goes over to Rogers, and they tap it out of bounds with 55 seconds to play. I'm sure Paden would like to get a stop here and draw a little closer before the half, get some momentum. There's long cross-court pass to Collins, in the corner to Taylor, nearly turned it over. Under to Nunn. Rogers down the middle of the lane, turned over. Here comes Paden. And
don't call the foul behind the.
That's a clean ball.
Man.
Collins reached out there and
you should not call a foul.
Said he got him on the arm, but
behind the
Coach
play.
Hines said no, I don't think he did. And at the line will be Nathan Johnson. That was a pretty defensive play right there by Collins. And free throw on the way is no good by Nathan Johnston with 44 seconds to play. Coach Hines, a little discussion with one of the officials. And the second free throw is too hard, and Willits.
Well, I guess that's what happens. That's karma, maybe.
I guess
I don't know.
There's a foul out front by number 3, Dakari Lee, as he fouled Rogers, making a quick move. And that's the 10th team foul on Paden, so Rogers will be shooting 2. That's the first foul on Dakari Lee. And Rogers 3 out of 4 at the line so far. Makes that one. 13 on the night for Cray. Aiden Lewis checks in for Collins. And in for the Pirates is Daniel Chavez, replacing Johnston. And Rogers will have one more attempt here. 5 out of 6 from the line for Cray. And it's a 21-point lead. Dakari Lee at the three-point line, walked into it. Aiden Lewis rebounds the miss.
Do you think he traveled?
Yeah, I think so. Up ahead to Willits, down to Nunn. Here's Rogers cutting to the hoop. Layup won't go, got his own rebound, and then it was poked out of bounds, but they say it was off Rogers. Rogers had that little floater. I'm holding my breath, hoping they don't call an offensive foul when he comes down, you know. Left side they go to Garrett Moore.
Well, the good thing about it is he gets so high on rebounds, and doesn't really have to worry about going over the back.
7 seconds. Out front is Edwards. Now over to Dakari Lee. His three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Blake Nunn, and that will do it. Your halftime score, Fort Cobb Broxton 42. The Paden Pirates 21, and we'll turn it over to Blake Perryman for the halftime report. Blake?
Mustangs at the half are 12 out of 25 from the field, 48%. 3 for 8 from behind the arc, 38%. 15 out of 16 from the free throw line. They're shooting 94% from the free throw line, and that'll win you a lot of ball games.
I'm telling you, that's outstanding.
That's pretty close to the score difference. You know, it's
that's
6 points short.
Yeah, good point.
Mustangs have 20 rebounds, excuse me. I guess we'll count the one there after the shot before the buzzer.
Yeah, might as well.
13 turnovers, excuse me. 7 personal fouls. Paden, 7 out of 25 from the field, 28%. 1 out of 14 from 3, 6 out of 9 from the free throw line, 67% there. Mustangs out-rebounded Paden 20-8 in that half.
Yeah.
Paden only 12 turnovers, so Mustangs actually with more turnovers than Paden, but they lead by 21. Don't see that very often.
Well, you know, Paden puts a lot of pressure on you out front with that trap they try to run. And Mustangs have gotten careless a time or two. I'd say, you know, they got a big lead and then they tried some passes probably they normally wouldn't try, you know, but in a tight ball game. But good report, Blake. We need to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors. We haven't done that yet tonight. Certainly want to thank all these folks for sponsoring us during the season. Shelley Dissey, ABC Superior Realty, for all your real estate needs. Give Shelley a call at 580-302-1974. T-Bird's Convenience Store in downtown Fort Cobb, owned and operated by Mr. Travis Birchie. Great supporter of Mustang basketball, Mustang schools over the years. Does a great job taking care of our community and all the convenience store needs. Ouachita Valley Bank, downtown Fort Cobb. Locally owned and operated since 1902. That's my place of employment. I sure appreciate them giving me the opportunity to leave work early today and come up here and do these ball games. Great folks down at the Ouachita Valley Bank. Hope you can go down there and say hi to them. Keystone Foods just came on board a month or so ago. They provide breakfast and lunches for a lot of the Caddo County schools, and we appreciate Keystone Foods joining us. Carnegie Fiber for all your high-speed internet needs. Carnegie, Oklahoma. Give them a call at 580-654-1002. And finally, the Southwest Oklahoma Driving School. Is that operated out of the Fort Cobb School now, Blake?
I don't know.
I think it was.
It's operated in a lot of places. They have one in Lawton.
Okay.
They did have one in Anadarko. Now I think they moved that one. But it's around Southwest Oklahoma for sure.
Phone number is 580-512-6936. That's Mr. Kent Sexton, who is operating that driving school. Appreciate all those folks for our advertising this season. Once again, if you're just joining us, hadn't been around today, the Lady Mustangs had a big win.
We are your premier
as they defeated the Oak
driving school located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort.
So the Lady Mustangs will play tomorrow afternoon in Coyle, Oklahoma. And they play Coyle tomorrow?
That's correct.
They play Coyle at 1:30. We'll be on the air about 1:25.
Public school.
In the earlier girls game tonight, Paden Lady Pirates defeated Dover 57-38 to send Dover into the consolation bracket. And in our boys contest this afternoon, the Dover Longhorns defeated Oaks. And I don't have a score on that
all the
somewhere in this pile of stuff I've got. But anyway, Dover boys advanced, and they will be playing tomorrow afternoon.
The score to that one was 83-63.
Okay, 83-63. Thank you, Blake. All right, let's take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action. You're listening to the Mustangs Broadcast Network.
To driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Third period. Mustangs scoring a lot of points tonight, Blake. 42 at the half is a pretty good number.
And here the last 2-3 weeks, that's all they've been doing. They've been scoring a lot, and I'm glad it's this time of year.
Yeah, peaking at the right time. Of course, the way Dover plays defense, we get a lot of buckets in transition.
Right.
And I think the teams that give us the most trouble are teams that are half-court type defenses that you have to make a lot of long shots, and when you're making them, which like we have been since after the county tournament, we've really turned it on and really playing well. You know, it's time of year to get playing well. Mustangs have the ball to start the third period, going right to left. Their home white uniforms, once again a 1-2-2 zone defense. They really extended, leaves a lot of openings, but there's a turnover right off the bat. Well, no, that's good hustle, good thinking there by Collins as Paden had the ball raked away, and it was going to be tough whether Collins could retrieve it along the sideline, so he wisely let it go out of bounds. Quick ball movement to Willits in the paint, over to
good pass.
Blake Nunn for the easy two. Once again, that time it looked like a design play. They hit Willits at the free throw line, and then they had Nunn cutting along the baseline to the basket for an easy two. I bet they drew that up at halftime. Locker room, there's a three-pointer. Taylor with the backside rebound. Rogers now into the front court, over to Taylor. Down to Willits, low block. Over to Nunn, left side, fumble the pass. Gets it out to Taylor, who taps it over to Rogers. Great heads-up play by Taylor. Collins tries to get Taylor cutting down their lane. Pass knocked away, and there's a shot no good. Get the rebound, putback's no good. Boy, I was holding my breath once again. Rogers went out to block the shot. Thankfully, there was no call there. Collins baseline tray on the way, no good. Right into the hands of Nunn. Shot no good. Rogers with a putback, no good. Taylor trying to tip it up. Mustangs having all kinds of opportunities there, but couldn't get any of the shots in. And it's 44-21.
Well, I wonder how much their Mustangs are out rebounding them now.
Well, they picked up 4 or 5 right there. And the ball is tapped away by Collins.
Here, while we have a chance, I'll give an update. Coyle up on Lomega 48-37 now, late in the fourth quarter in that one, so more than likely winner will face Coyle on Monday for the regional championship.
Nunn jumps in there and intercepts the pass, and his left-handed layup is good. That's 10 for Blake. And the Mustangs have outscored them 4-0 here to start the third period. Out front they go to Travion Tolles. Played 2 minutes here in the third period.
Don, have the Mustangs gone into a 1-3-1?
No.
I don't think they've needed to either.
No. This game's fast enough paced as it is.
That's right.
There's a cut backside. Taylor gets a hand in there, pokes it away. Rogers up ahead to Nunn. Between the defense, lays it in for 2. Boy, that's a tough bucket. In between 2 defenders. Good strong layup, and that's 12 for Blake. And it's 48-21. I tell you, the Mustangs, they are impressive. Bounce pass into the lane. It goes through about 3 hands, now to bounce. And you can tell the Pirates are getting a little discouraged, Blake.
You know, I would be too.
Uh-huh. There's a good reason for that.
Can't say I blame them at all.
And now they're going to that, they're still in that 1-2-2. Tolles picks them up at the half line. Cross court pass to Collins. Rogers, 3-pointer, good. Trey Rogers, boy, they backed off him.
You know, he doesn't take very many of them, but the ones he does make, he does take. A lot of them
makes them. I think he's 2 out of 3, if I'm not mistaken. He made the first one of the game, and then he made that one. He takes the ball away. Now here he comes down, left-handed scoop shot, good. Trey's having a field day, and it's 51-21. Outscored them 9-0 here. Start the third period.
Don Cray has 21 points.
Yeah, it's been impressive to watch. Plays so well both ends of the floor, but they all do. There's a 3-pointer, no good. By Travion Tolles, long pass up ahead to Willits. He tracks it down in the corner. Kicks it right wing. Collins all alone, 3-pointer, no good. Taylor tries to battle for the rebound. He taps it over to Willits, dumps it down low to Navon, lays it in for 2.
Boy, Don, you know what that looked like? That looked like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, you know, Taylor's awfully good at that. If he can't get it, he'll tap it to one of his friends. He's really good at that. 3-pointer straight away off the heel of the basket by Edwards. Long pass up ahead to Taylor behind the defense, lays it up, no good. And Willits tracks down the baseline rebound to Nunn. Right down the middle of the lane, finger rolls it in. Wow. 57-21. Right side they go to Tolles. Over to Garrett Moore. Dribble to the free throw line. Little 15-footer, no good. Taylor with a rebound. Long pass up ahead to Collins. Turn around, left-handed shot's no good. It's a rebound, putback's no good. Tapped around, comes down to Paden. Long pass up ahead, knocked away. Paden tracks it down. Tolles with it. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Charge to number 2, Jackson Willits. And that's his first personal. With 3:12 to play in the third period. Lob pass to Tharp. Basket good by Marcade Tharp for his first basket on a good feed off the inbounds play.
Don, don't look now, but Blake Nunn has 16 points.
Yeah, playing awfully well. There's Collins all alone in the corner. They forgot about him, and Simeon makes his first basket of the night, long tray.
He shook his head after that one like, oh, finally.
Finally got one to go, yeah. He was all alone over there. Crossover dribble. Nice move by Dakari Lee. Got his own rebound. Scramble for it. Got the rebound. Left wing 3-pointer on the way. Too hard. And Nunn there with the rebound. Long bounce pass up ahead to Willits. Lets him fly by. Bumps it off the glass for 2. Jackson. And it's 62-23. It's Collins now. Intercepts the pass. He races it down the floor. And he traveled.
Almost got away with it.
And Paden's going to put in some substitutions now. 5 new replacements coming in. And we're going to have, let's see if we can get him, Traven Stamper, who made a 3-pointer earlier. Daniel Chavez, Nathan Johnston, Alex Green, and number 25 is Brandon Lee for the Paden Pirates. With 2:15 to play in the third. Paden had a hard time. They've only scored 2 points here in the third period. Mustangs have scored 20. And we're going to have a travel called on Paden. Turned over to the Mustangs with 2:05 to play.
Not often you see a 20-2 quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still 2 minutes left.
Yeah. Mustangs have played awfully well tonight, especially in that third quarter. They did a lot of things right after they went in at halftime and discussed where the weaknesses were. It's just been a lot of transition baskets. And there's a long pass. I tell you, that looked like Joe Burrow on that pay.
Yeah, Joe Burrow too.
Long pass over the receiver's head. O'Crea's got a good arm. He's a shortstop, isn't he? For the Mustang baseball team. Mustangs outstanding baseball program. Been to state tournament like 9 seasons in a row, I think. There's a three-pointer by Nathan Johnston. His first basket. And Rogers over to Taylor. To Willits.
Not very often you see a guard play in the post.
Yeah.
Only one I remember is Tyson.
There's a three-pointer by Collins on the other baseline, and he drains that one. And it's 65-26, and we're going to have a mass substitution in for the Mustangs as the starting 5 will check out to a nice ovation. And checking in will be number 1, Tanner McAdoo, number 20, Aiden Lewis, number 23, Brody Devon, number 30, Lance Anderson, and number 25, Samuel Lancaster. That's your 5 players for the Mustangs. There's another three-pointer left wing, no good, almost went down. Lancaster high for the rebound. Over to McAdoo. Behind the back dribble for the freshman into the front court. Top of the key. Bounce pass over to Anderson. In the corner to Lancaster. He'll try a three-pointer. Good. Samuel Lancaster, the senior, buries a long three.
Boy, he needs to quit showing off. He can jump and shoot threes.
He can. 46 seconds to play in the third quarter. There's a drive in there by Brandon Lee, and his turnaround shot won't go, right under the basket. McAdoo quickly into the front court. Right side to Brody Devon. In the corner to McAdoo, and that's a travel as he quick stepped around Brandon Lee, and it'll be turned over to the Paden Pirates with 30 seconds to play.
You know, I believe the starters are going to get a lot of rest.
Yeah, yeah. They'll have a couple of days off now. They'll be off Saturday and Sunday. A little different format this year since we had the postponement yesterday because of weather. And so it's a Friday, Saturday, Monday format. And there's going to be a foul on Aiden Lewis. It seemed like the fouls just go right to Aiden. You know, it just seemed like he's, if they're going to call one, it seems like they always want to say number 20 did it. That's 2 on him. 6 seconds. There's a drive. Johnston shot no good. Rebound and put back no good. Lancaster battling for it. Comes out to Anderson, and that will do it. After 3 periods of play, Fort Cobb Broxton 68 and the Paden Pirates 26. You're listening to Fort Cobb Broxton Mustang basketball.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
8 minutes to go here. Dover, Oklahoma, before they get on the bus and make the long trip back to Caddo County. Mustangs have played awfully well today. They lead at 68-26, and get a lot of playing time for some of these other fellas that don't get to play a lot. They're really enjoying it, I know. There's a drive by Brandon Lee. And his shot's no good. Aiden Lewis there for the rebound, and he's really, and that's going to be his 3rd personal foul as he was really aggressive on the swinging the elbow there, and that'll be his 3rd personal. And inbound the ball. And there's a 15-footer, good by Daniel Chavez with a good jump shot. And it's 68-28 now. And there's near backcourt. McAdoo played that one well. Over to Anderson. Cross-court pass over to Devon. Step back 3 on the way. Good rotation. Lancaster couldn't quite get the rebound, and it goes over to Paden. Out front we go. Brandon Lee. Trevor Stamper, he made a three-pointer early in the contest. There's a three, no good. Out front to go to Nathan Johnston. To Brandon Lee. Three-pointer by Stamper again. Won't go this time. Lancaster there for the rebound. McAdoo up ahead to Devon. Underneath the Lancaster. He tried to dunk it and he hung on the rim as he was going up. You know, he's got blow to the head, the official said, but Lancaster thought he might flush that one.
Well, if he didn't get fouled, I guess he would.
He probably would have.
He probably would have dunked it.
Probably would have. He's the best jumper the Mustangs have, and he's about 6'5", and he just didn't quite get high enough for that one. But he'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. And free throw is good by Samuel.
Boy, I bet he wishes he could have that one.
You know, you were talking earlier about, it's not hardly fair. He can shoot 3-pointers and also dunk it. And we almost had the example of that. He's made the 3, almost had the dunk. Standing flat-footed, no less, right under the goal.
I think, after seeing him a few times, I think he jumps better off 2 feet than off 1.
Well,
his standing vertical is outrageous.
Yeah, that looked pretty good, yeah. 70 points now for the Mustangs. There's a baseline tray on the way, rattled out. They've had a hard time shooting 3-pointer today. I don't know what they normally do on a night-to-night basis, but I think they've only made 1 here tonight. Maybe, I take it back, they made 2. And Lewis can't get the rebound. It goes out of bounds off of him. .5:53 to play in the contest. There's Stamper with it. In the corner they go to Alex Green. To Brandon Lee. He'll try a 3-pointer straight away. No good. Tapped out front. And the Pirates will reset. Brandon Lee over to Stamper. His shot won't go. Lancaster with a rebound. Outlet to McAdoo. Devon, baseline 3 on the way. No good. Lancaster high for the rebound. Turnaround jumper is good. Samuel. Beautiful move. Got the rebound. Nice turnaround jumper. That's 7 for Samuel.
I think we've talked about this before, but he almost gets high enough. He shoots it straight at the rim.
Shooting down, isn't he? That looked like a Wayman Tisdale impersonation there. Turnaround jumper. There's a drive. A shot no good by Brandon Lee. I wonder if that's on Aiden Lewis again. Yeah. No, yes it is. That'll be 4 on Aiden. Fouled out of the last contest we played. I think over, let's see, that was last Friday night right here, I believe, or Saturday night. He played late, picked up some fouls. He plays hard, that's why he gets fouls, and he's strong, and when he bumps somebody, they usually move. So it's kind of hard to hide those fouls when you're as strong as he is. And Brandon Lee's second free throw, no good. Lancaster there for the rebound. Out front to McAdoo. He's double teamed over to Devon. To Aiden, and they take it away from him. To Alex Green, and he's going to be fouled on the way to the basket by Nathan Johnston. Saved an easy basket there. And we got some more substitutions in for Paden. We got number 22, Karan Ramsey, and number 20, Israel Polito for the Pirates. Now Paden, they will play. They play tomorrow afternoon. I guess they play tomorrow afternoon, don't they? Also in is 44, Chase Groves. And back in is Brandon Lee for Groves, who sprained his ankle, I think. Game is slowed to a snail's pace here. Paden with a basketball, dump it down low. Anderson pokes it away. And Karan Ramsey dribbles along the baseline to be turned over. McAdoo into the front court. Over to Anderson. To Lewis. Kicks it in the corner. Devon over to Anderson. To Lancaster. Gets his man off the floor. Over to Anderson now with 4 minutes to play. Devon will take a three-pointer. Rattled out. Good rebound by Brandon Lee. Ball loose. Picked up quickly there by Alex Green, and he's going to be fouled on the floor by McAdoo.
Don, I got a couple scores for you.
All right, let's hear them.
Indiana is ranked number 7 in Class B. They defeated the Mustangs first game of the season.
Yes, sir.
If you remember.
Mm-hmm.
They're down 44-37 against Leedy in that regional. Glencoe is up currently 45-41 in the fourth quarter on Midway. And Glencoe, number 5, they're the highest ranked team in Area 2, which is the area that both Paden and Fort Cobb are in. So that's certainly something to remember as we get closer to the area tournament, as regionals all converge into area. So
what it tells me is anybody can be defeated on any given night, and
right.
You got to be ready to play. The rankings really don't matter. You got to play the games and see who comes out on top. Substitutions in for the Mustangs. We got number 5, Blaine Bellamy. Number 14 is Rylan Bitseedy. Number 11 is Blaine Davis. And number 24 is Peyton Bellamy for the Mustangs, along with Lancaster. Putback's no good. Bellamy battling for it. Got the rebound. That's Peyton. Off to Rylan Bitseedy. Right side to Blaine Bellamy. Down low to Lancaster from Davis. Little 4-foot jumper won't go. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by Blaine Davis. And it'll be Paden's basketball with 2:50 to play in the contest. That's Karan Ramsey with it. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Bellamy there with a rebound, and he's going to be, what are they going to call here? Jump ball.
Jump ball.
And it'll stay with Paden with 2:34 in the contest. Tell you what, when you get the rebound, got to get it moving or they'll tie you up. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball tapped out into the backcourt. And I don't think that was a violation.
No, it wasn't.
Just caught it and kept running with it. He thought it was. He thought it was a backcourt, he said. And it will be turnover to the Mustangs. Feel sorry for the young man when you do something like that and everybody sees it. Made an honest mistake. Blaine Bellamy with it out front, over to Bitseedy. And the ball taken away. Here comes Karan Ramsey. Shot over Bitseedy, no good. Davis takes it away. Goes around a defender and lost the ball out of bounds. 2:08 to play in the contest. A couple of more subs in. Jace Logan, number 10, and Caven Whitson, number 12, for the Pirates. Bellamy almost poked it away. I'd like to see one of these guys get in the open court and shoot a layup if they could. Under 2 minutes to play. 15-footer, no good. And Davis with the rebound. There's Bellamy. Straightaway three on the way. No good off the back iron. Long rebound out to Alex Green. Through the defenders. Scoop shots. And they say it went out of bounds off of the Mustangs. As number 35, Robert Smith, checks in for the Mustangs, replacing Samuel Lancaster. Getting some feedback from the golfing buddy Kim Crowell, who's back home in Edmond, Oklahoma, listening. Thanks for tuning in, Kim. Looking forward to Monday. Going to be a pretty day, I think.
Yeah.
Kim has got quite the wit. Always got some funny story to tell you.
Well, that's a good thing to have. You know.
There's a three-pointer by Alex Green. And we've got about a minute to play. Mustangs are going to advance to the regional finals to be played in Coyle, Oklahoma, Monday night at approximately 8 o'clock. 2-on-1 break. Turnaround shot off the glass is good by Alex Green. And the Mustangs, after this victory tonight, will be, if they can win 2 in a row, they will be in the state tournament. And that one sticks in the rim. They can win. It's a great thing about it being in the winner's bracket. Get old Samuel out there, but he can knock it loose. Paden's going to try. Can't reach it. We got a contest now going. And here comes Paden. And he does it. Paden Bellamy. Number 11 was, I think he was trying to save his friend some embarrassment, you think?
Can't blame him.
Yeah. Fort Cobb's ball on the jump ball situation, and they call a travel on Davis. Kind of a quick movement. And there's 32 seconds to play. And we're about to wrap this one up. "15-footer, good by Israel Polito. 18 seconds to play. Bit City, center line. Left side to go, and they knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with Fort Cobb with 10 seconds to play. 9:25 already, Blake. Hope you don't have a plane to catch.
No, I don't.
Davis bumps it in off the glass for 2. And that will probably be your final score. 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
I don't know. He might hit.
Gonna try a three-pointer on the way. It's no good, and your final score. Fort Cobb Broxton 74, and the Paden Pirates 35. So congratulations to Coach Hines and the Mustangs, as they will advance to the finals of the regional tournament to be played Monday night at 8 o'clock in Coyle. Paden Pirates go to the losers bracket, and they will play tomorrow afternoon at Coyle. Don't know who they play yet. All right, we'll turn it over to Blake for the post-game wrap-up.
All right, Don. Mustangs finished 25 for 55 from the field, 45%, 7 out of 21 from 3, 33%, and 17 for 18 from the free throw line.
Yeah, there you go.
When you shoot 94% from the free throw line, that'll win you a lot of games.
That's right.
Mustangs had 20 turnovers tonight, which doesn't happen normally, and luckily tonight it didn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Paden tonight finishes 13 out of 56 from the field, 23%, 3 for 29 from 3, only 10% there, 6 out of 11 from the free throw line. Mustangs out-rebounded Paden 44-21, and Paden also had 20 turnovers. Scoring first for the Mustangs, Corey Rogers leads them with 21 points tonight. He also had 7 assists and 4 rebounds. Pretty good, pretty big stat line there.
Yes, sir.
For Mr. Rogers. Blake Nunn, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Good to see him have a big game here. You know, the last couple games it's been Cray and Jackson and Simeon and Ian, and now Blake, he averages 6 and 5, I think, maybe 7 and 5 now. But you know, to get him 16 points, it might scare a few teams.
Absolutely,
to have 5 guys that you know for sure can get in double figures, get close to 20 points. It'll scare some people.
Yep. Got to guard him, that's right.
Jackson Willits, 12.6 rebounds for him. Samuel Lancaster, 7.7 rebounds. Ian Taylor, 6.6 rebounds. Simeon Collins, 6 points. Aiden Lewis, 4. And Blaine Davis, 2. For Paden, Travion Tolles finishes 7 points. He leads them. Alex Green, 5. Both Dakari Lee and Lane Edwards, 4. Brandon Lee and Nathan Johnston 3. Also Traber Stamper with 3. And then Marquand Tharps, Daniel Chavez, Israel Pulido had 2. So there's your scoring for both the teams. Once again, an amazing game played by the Mustangs. Look forward to seeing them against Coyle on Monday night at 8 at Coyle.
Coyle's home gym.
Coyle defeated Lomega 57-39. Paden will play Wesleyan Christian, who defeated the number 20 Mulhall Orlando in overtime earlier today. So Paden gets Wesleyan Christian. Earlier today in the girls' game, we already talked about the Lady Mustangs. Paden Lady Pirates defeated Dover 57-38. Paden plays Lomega next Monday at 6:30. Dover will play Agra tomorrow night at 6:30 at Coyle. And then on the boys' side, Dover defeated Oaks Mission 83-63, so Dover will play Lomega tomorrow at 3. So
there's a wrap-up. Thank you very much, Blake. Great job. Appreciate that very much. Appreciate you getting the camera working tonight. I know you're working overtime trying to get everything turned on here at Dover. Thanks for joining us, folks. Once again, we want to thank our fine sponsors for sponsoring our broadcast this year. Appreciate all of those guys. Thank you for joining us from home, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon from Coyle. We'll be bringing you the Cobb Broxton Lady Mustangs as they make their march towards the big house. For Blake Perryman, I'm Don Tyson saying good night, everybody.